The title of this presentation is Building Pathways to Success. You are now finishing your associate's degree and creating a solid foundation for your pathway. From here, there are many ways to pave your own road, and today I hope to review just a few. First, a little bit about me and my pathway. I started my journey as an early childhood education major at Colby College. Then I discovered psychology. That led me to a master's degree in child clinical psychology and a doctorate in clinical psychology at Virginia Tech. I had the opportunity to learn more about higher education in my program, and I was able to teach at Virginia Tech and then at Ferrum College in West Virginia. I next landed at Becker College, where I taught and supervised students in a community counseling clinic, and most recently, I found a home at William James College, where I serve as the Director of Undergraduate Studies. On the side, I have a small private practice. I love my job, and my journey has brought me here. I'm asking you to consider how your journey can also take you into a career that you can love. Let's start with a simple question. Why did you choose human services? Many students who enter a human services degree program are just natural helpers. Maybe you're the one your coworkers turn to when they have questions. Maybe you are the person who holds a door open for neighbors when they have armfuls of groceries. Or maybe you just enjoy going out of your way to assist others in whatever way you can, big or small. No matter the case, if you're a natural helper, then you'll find yourself well suited for the human services field. When someone wants a person to bounce ideas off of, or they just need somebody to listen to, do you find that you're the person they come to? You are receptive and open to others when they want to talk, and you just have a way of making people feel at ease and comfortable opening up. Again, human services is a natural fit. Still, others who choose human services will say that it has to do more with their inner sense of compassion. And while the specifics of the job may vary in human services, one thing remains consistent. All human service professionals use compassion to help others overcome their personal challenges. So maybe you have a cause or a charity that's close to your heart. Maybe you're that person who is just always thinking about others. Whatever the case, you use this superpower of compassion to empathize with others and better understand their points of view. Professionals in human services tap into this compassion when assisting others. It's what internally drives them to do what they do. Some other people will give me this answer. It's not about the money. It's about feeding your strong sense of what's right and wrong. You believe in equality and ethics and social justice, and you're not afraid to navigate tricky situations that are not always black and white if it means you can help someone live a better life. And then there are people who give answers like this one. You want to feel proud of what you've done. You want to feel like you made a positive impact on individuals and communities. Those who choose human services as a career are there because they want to make people's lives easier, better, and safer. Professionals in human services wake up every day knowing that they make a positive impact on their clients and on their communities. And that's not something that many people can say about their career paths. And then, of course, there are the bigger issues. We understand that the world needs you because mental health issues are widespread in every community, in every country, on every continent. 1 in 4 people are afflicted by mental illness at any point in their lives. And that includes the world's children, who are less likely to find the services that they need. And people with mental health issues are more susceptible to facing other health challenges, including cardiovascular disease or metabolic disease. We know that people with depression have a 40% higher risk of developing these conditions, and people with serious mental illness are nearly twice as likely. But the question remains, where will you now begin your career? You're finishing your associate's degree in human services, and some of you are already working in the field, some are not. Some will want to advance in their current position, and some wish to do something completely different. Finding the right fit will provide you with a long and rewarding career in behavioral health and human services. So again, I ask you to consider a few questions. What do you want out of your professional career? Where do you want to be working? What do you want to be doing? What do you want out of your education? An associate's degree gives you a strong foundation from which to build your expertise in any of these areas, applying concepts you're learning, researching concepts you're learning, or teaching about concepts you're learning. But most people in the human services field are interested in applying the concepts they're learning. And you can apply those concepts in lots of different settings because social and behavioral health problems impact our communities in many different ways, and they create needs for human service workers in lots of different settings. So consider again, where do you want to work? Well, your answer, of course, is going to depend on what you want to be doing. In general, the associate's degree opens the door to entry-level positions in the field, and generally, these positions involve working with agencies or organizations within the community with a focus on serving underserved populations and people in need. Specializations are not too common at the associate's level, but some programs do allow you to specialize in behavior therapy, addictions, or even family violence. Human service graduates typically work to support the work of counselors, social workers, behavior analysts, and other professionals with more advanced degrees. Now, some of these positions might feel like a comfy fit already, but others may be looking at this list and still feeling a bit unsure. And that's okay, because not everyone will find a calling to work in behavioral health. Fortunately, your degree and experiences in human services open other doors as well. Graduates of human service associate programs are prepared to work as support staff in any community-based setting that serves the needs of others, whether that need is for food or housing, employment, for advocacy, for education, or even for play. For some, human services still feels like a good match, but determining where you fit in these community centers continues to puzzle you. One option for people who are still looking to explore the field and find their fit is to enter a paid training program, such as the Community Health Worker program offered by William James College. If you are unsure if a career in behavioral health is right for you, or even if you know it is right, but you're not sure where you fit into that career path and all your different opportunities, there are paid opportunities for you to explore the field a bit further while continuing to gather marketable skills to advance your career. Allow me to introduce my colleague, Julia Rodenheiser, who can tell you a little bit more about this opportunity.
And I am the program administrator in the Center for Workforce Development. I'm here to present about the Community Health Workers Training Program, which is an initiative in the Center for Workforce Development that is currently being funded by HRSA. So the Community Health Workers Training Program is a service and learning opportunity for anybody at the pre-baccalaureate level, where they are placed in a year-long fieldwork experience working full-time as an employee at a human service agency that serves children, adolescents, and transitional age youth in medically unserved or underserved communities. In this role, you would be providing team-based care as a paraprofessional in a human service agency in an underserved community. In addition to working full-time as a community health worker, you will also be taking classes that lead to certification as a certified community health worker in the state of Massachusetts. The educational component for this program is being provided by Justice Resource Institute, which is also one of the employer partners. So the benefits of joining this program is that you would receive a competitive salary relevant to the field. You would also be eligible for full benefits from the agency. And as I said at the outset, this is being funded by a grant from HRSA. And so through the grant funding, you will also receive a $5,000 stipend for living expenses. This $5,000 stipend isn't paid upfront as a lump sum check, but rather it's paid out every 2 weeks from William James College. And so to be clear, you are receiving a full-time salary as well as the stipend. So applicant eligibility, who can apply? So anybody that is at the pre-bachelor's level can apply for this initiative. So you have to have at least a high school diploma or a GED. You can be in school towards earning your associate degree or earning your bachelor's degree, but you cannot have earned your bachelor's degree at the time that you apply for the program. You have to have legal authorization to work in the United States. So this initiative is not sponsoring any work visas. So you do need to be legally authorized to work in the US. And then you also need to do a Corey check. So the way that the applicants are selected for this initiative is that you complete an application online, and you're able to demonstrate in that application that you have a motivation to work with our target demographic, which is children, adolescents, and transitional age youth in a behavioral health setting, and youth that are facing behavioral health challenges. We are also looking for applicants that are able to demonstrate a high level of cultural awareness and responsiveness. We are also looking to recruit to this initiative individuals that are underrepresented in the field of behavioral health. We are also looking for you to demonstrate in your application that you have a strong interest in pursuing a career ladder opportunity in the field of psychology and human services. And we are currently accepting applications to this program on a rolling admissions basis. So that means there's no particular deadline, but certainly if you're interested in this initiative, the sooner that you pull your application materials together, the better. So I want to thank you all for your interest and for your time in listening to my presentation today.
This slide is really to talk about how your associate's degree is a building block, but I'd also like to add that one of the things that my colleague Julia didn't mention is that if you do the community health worker program, you will also receive 6 college credits towards a bachelor's degree. That's another building block, and really that's what associate's level work in human services is all about. It provides you with ground floor introductions to psychology, sociology, communications, and other basic skill sets that are needed to build a successful career in the 21st century. Each course and each new experience helps you better define your professional goals. The jobs you qualify for with your associate's degree will be largely entry level and will largely involve supporting the initiatives of others. Now, with dedicated effort and longevity, you may find yourself able to advance, but unfortunately, most positions in the field are fairly low paying, and you can get stuck in a career rut, looking for more responsibility, but being held back because you don't have more education. Fortunately, the human services degree is a terrific degree to have if you want to pursue a bachelor's degree in human services, social work, or psychology. All degrees that tap into the same motivations that brought you into this field in the first place. So let's take a look for just a moment at what you might be able to do with a bachelor's degree. This is a quick Indeed search that I did just the other day, and you'll notice that there are lots of different opportunities here for people with a bachelor's degree in human services or psychology, looking at counselor positions, behavior therapist positions. And here's a similar search done with ZipRecruiter, and you'll notice that getting that extra credential, that bachelor's degree, can pay off both financially and in terms of satisfaction, because you're able to explore positions that have more variety, more responsibility, more opportunities to be creative and have a more meaningful impact on the people around you. And making the leap to a bachelor's degree from an associate's degree doesn't have to be painful. As an example, allow me to speak just a little bit about the program that I'm most familiar with, and that's the Bachelor in Psychology and Human Services Completion Program at William James College. So before committing to any educational program, I suggest you do 3 things. First, go back and consider what fires you up. When it comes to occupational interests, ask yourself if you prefer machines and computers, math and research, maybe art appreciation and self-expression, or business, or data management, or social enterprises that involve teamwork and people and helping. And if you chose that last category, then a school of psychology might be a great match for you. At William James, all we do is psychology. And appreciate your values. Okay, well, I do appreciate a good heel. I put this one in just to make sure I still had your attention. Our values represent what is most important to us, and they guide much of what we do in life, including our career choices. Now, at William James, our values are experiential education, social responsibility, and personal growth. And this guides what we do when we design and deliver curriculum and prepare students for the future. Before committing to any educational program, check out the values of the school. If they match your values, then you're making good progress. Career choices are impacted by your socio-cultural context and variables like race, gender, social class, ability status, sexual orientation, etc., as well as the other roles that you play in life. For example, being a student and a parent, a child, a citizen, a person of leisure, etc. So before you commit to the next step in your career path, ask yourself if the place you're heading to will honor your intersecting identities and support you in your many roles. At William James, we use the phrase making psychology accessible to all, and we like to describe ourselves as being family-friendly, veteran-friendly, adult learner-friendly, first-generation student-friendly. We welcome students from all majors, not just human services, and we're also work-friendly. Now, what does that mean in practice? When I think about program delivery for adult learners, there are a few things about our program that allows us to say that we do what we say we do. For one thing, our programs are all operated around cohorts. So you come in with a group of students, you take most of your classes with that same group of students, and that really gives you the opportunity to develop friendships and a sense of community. At the same time, our courses are all offered online and asynchronous, so you can work when you work best. If you're a morning person, work in the morning. If you're a night person, work at night. If you have a lunch break and you want to work a little bit on your courses during your lunch break, you can do that as well. But we also recognize that many people like to interact with their professors one-on-one, and they like human interaction in face-to-face formats. So every one of our courses involves 2 residencies per semester, where we meet with students on campus for one residency and on Zoom in real time for the other residency. In addition, we recognize that many of our students are already working in the human services field and may have very busy lives. Adding an additional demand for time for an internship may seem nearly impossible. So we do work with our students to develop work and learn opportunities. If you want to do your internship at your current place of employment, we can help make that happen. If you don't want to, we can find you alternative environments and give you additional opportunities. The Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Human Services completion program is also meant to be very application friendly. We don't require an essay, we don't require a test, and we don't require a fee. To gain full admission into this program, you need a 2.5 GPA, and then we will transfer all of your credits in most cases, up to 72. If you don't have a 2.5 GPA, don't worry about it. We also offer conditional admission, and we can have a conversation about that. We offer credit for prior learning, which can be particularly important for people who've worked in the field for a long period of time, or people who have come in with a military transcript. And we also have opportunities to specialize. Students coming into the Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Human Services program at William James all have a minor. Your minor can be in applied behavior analysis, which would make you eligible for the RBT exam. You can minor in addictions counseling, or you can minor in a more general behavioral health field. But again, you're graduating with a major and a minor, all just as part of your regular curriculum. And we have an honors program. The honors program provides students with a high GPA with the option of taking graduate level courses in the second year of their undergraduate studies. You essentially double dip, getting 3 credits towards your bachelor's degree, but also getting 3 credits towards your master's degree for the same price and in the same amount of time. Honors program? Okay, I know now I'm getting ahead of myself, and some of you are thinking, I can't even get through my associate's degree at this point. I am not thinking about a master's degree. So I'm not going to linger here, but I just want you to know that this is an option. Because the path that you're on right now, it's a great path that opens a lot of possibilities. Having a bachelor's degree gives you the prerequisite credentials you'll need to obtain either a master's or a doctoral level degree. And those 2 degrees position you in places where you can receive state licensure and expand your opportunities in the career and maximize your earning potential. So if you are interested in joining the William James College community, simply finish your coursework towards your associate's degree. Complete the WJC application. It's simple, it's online, and again, it just takes a few minutes. Submit your unofficial transcripts if you'd like some feedback from me about how your courses are going to transfer, or submit your official transcript. And then complete your FAFSA if you're interested in any kind of scholarships or financial aid. This is my quick plug for William James College if you're interested in applying. But overall, I'd like to thank you for attending, and I'd like to congratulate you on working towards completing your associate's degree, and thank you for entering into the field of human services. Again, as I said earlier, we need you. The world needs you, your community needs you, and you are appreciated. Thank you.